Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about Harry Potter. Harry Potter is one of my favorite sagas and I've been mentioning this in my videos for a very long time, so I wanted to kind of do a initial video where we are gonna be talking a little bit about everything in the saga or everything in the movies. So I don't want this to be a crazy long video, so we can call this introduction to the Harry Potter world, kind of guide for beginners. Let's say that maybe there are people out there like me that some years ago we didn't know about Harry Potter. I grew up with other sagas. When I was younger and the boom of Harry Potter happened, I was more into the Fast and Furious stuff and things like this, Dominic Toretto, and seeing these adventures and everything. And yeah, I watched Harry Potter, but I didn't give much thought into it, okay? And then, after some time, I decided to basically investigate the story, read the books as well, watch all the movies as well. So this Harry Potter saga, just let's kind of start a little bit with some information. The Harry Potter saga was written by J.K. Rowling, and she's an English author, and basically this was adapted to movies around the 2000s, more or less, starting this kind of massive project by Chris Columbus, the film director. This is the same guy who did Home Alone, and you can see how it is something very enjoyable. For today, the drawing that I want to be doing is basically a basic Harry Potter concept. I'm gonna do this kind of three figures here. We have three characters are the main characters. Let's say Harry Potter is the main character in One Piece, okay? And he's always accompanied by Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. These are the trio that they are moving around this world and being our heroes, okay? Basically, there are some differences. What happens is Harry Potter, it's an orphan kid who lives with his aunt and uncle, and basically the fathers died some years ago in a car accident, they say, but all of this is not true. They are kind of hiding the real concept of what happened that day. So at some point at the beginning of the story, Harry realizes, because he has a very curious visit at home, that he has magic powers. He belongs to the magical world. The father and the mother, they were wizards, and there is this whole universe of magic concealed within the real universe. The real world that we have is like us, okay? This story is supposed to happen, in London, so he lives around London and he realizes of this. And since that moment, he has been an outcast character. No one wanted him. He was like a pariah because he could always do weird things that no one could explain. And all of this was magic. So basically, today, as I said, we are going to be doing the designs of these three characters. Cartoony characters, like I always do. And in theory, I want to make these characters when they are young. So what happens is that when Harry Potter realizes that he's magic, we have this representation of the hero's journey, like in Joseph Campbell book, The Hero's Journey, where you have a status quo in a story where everything is normal, and you have the call for action, call for adventure, and from there you will go into basically another world, another area, another part of the realm, something that is not what you are used to see. And what we see with this is he is going to King's Cross, okay, because he needs to take the train to attend a magical school. Like everyone, when they are 11 years old, they go to this magical school to learn some basics in magic during 7 years, okay. And what happens here is that from that moment on, in this hero's journey that he's gonna be doing, there will be some things that he's gonna have to adapt. Harry Potter is gonna have to adapt to this new type of world. He's gonna have to learn. He's gonna have to pass and face some challenges. And at the end of the year, he will come back with the hero's journey when this kind of cycle it's obtained, when he achieved the goal of this hero. He will come back again to the real world, to the status quo again, okay? So this is a famous cycle that other stories and other movies and other books, all of them containing the hero figure, have, okay? I will put probably some links at the very bottom so you can see a little bit what I'm talking about, or if you wanna even check out the book, I put the name of the book so you can actually get it, okay? It's very interesting story. So there are some concepts, some basic concepts that happen in Harry Potter, and they touch things like discrimination with the concept of magical people and muggle. The muggles are the non-magical people. Within the magical people, there are as well others that they can be born without magic, and they are called squibs. So kind of J.K. Rowling is kind of trying to... It's creating a really nice and interesting world. Obviously it is not perfect, and there are some things that they don't work, but in general, so just so you understand, this is a story of a guy, a story of a kid who goes into a new place, into a magical place. He has to learn everything from zero. He starts meeting people like Ron Weasley, that he becomes his best friend, and Hermione Granger, and other magical people in this world are not as nice as these guys, and they want to basically kill him. So Harry Potter is known of as well as the chosen one. Okay, the chosen one, the boy who lived, and this is because, and this is why he is famous at the very beginning of the story, and everyone knows who he is by his name and by his scar. He has a scar on the head. Okay, it's basically because his parents were attacked by a dark wizard, kind of the bad guy of the story, and this guy managed to kill the parents and managed to kill many other people but Harry Potter, okay? And no one knows why he was able to survive and anything. So they think that he's the chosen one, the one who's gonna save them all, and there's a whole kind of lore around him and a whole story around him of difficulty, okay? So the story is divided in 7 books, and from those 7 books the movies were made. The last movie was split in 2 movies, and because there's a lot of content in it, and it is something that I enjoyed so much. I read it a couple of times. I just finished recently reading the last book. Harry Potter goes to Hogwarts, goes to this magical world on 1st of September, because a little bit before 1st of September, because that's when they start the school year, and I decided to start reading the story here as well, and I want to do... This is gonna be a broom, because Harry is very good at flying and playing Quidditch. Quidditch is, let's say, like the football in this world. It's a game that you have 2 teams, and in these teams they fly around with the brooms, like typical witch, that we have the concept of typical witch, and at the same time you need to throw some different types of balls. One video I probably will do only about Quidditch, and I will explain all the details about Quidditch, but in a nutshell is basically you fly around with these balls and need to put them through loopholes standing kind of in a height. Okay, so I want to do him like this, and probably with the cape we'll do him with the long cape like this. And this one. Each one of these characters, okay, Harry, Ron and Hermione, have their own kind of abilities. Like if you were playing in a video game, Harry Potter is the main character. He is the one who is more powerful than anyone. He is very skilled in everything. And then you have Hermione. Hermione is the clever one. She knows all the facts. She knows all the spells, all the potions and everything. Is very good at studying. And then you have Ron, that Ron is depicted differently in the movie and in the books. In the movie they make him a little bit more support character for Harry Potter, and a little bit more silly and a little bit more dumb, but in the original story he's like a very brave guy, and he's accomplished guy as well. He has his insecurities obviously because he's sitting the whole time next to Harry Potter, the chosen one, and you can see this in several moments in the story. But to be honest, it's a nice representation of him in the movies, but I would have liked Ron to be a little bit more cool, okay? Cool, because in the story he is really, really nice. Ron is not like Harry. Ron comes from a magical family. They are several brothers, and this family is pure blood. What they call pure blood means that the whole family comes from wizards. Their grandparents were wizards, and etc. etc. And they have like a family tree rooted in magical family. And Harry Potter, no. Harry Potter comes from magical parents, but he's a half-blood. Basically, one part of the family was magical, one part of the family wasn't magical, okay? And then you have Hermione Granger, that Hermione Granger is what they call is a despicable world in this universe. By some of these more, let's say, racist, pure-blood wizards and witches. They call mudblood, and mudblood is basically like dirty blood, and means that she was born from non-magical people. And this is some topics that they touch during the whole story, because there are some other bad guys, like let's say other kids in the school that they are bad guys, like Draco Malfoy and his father, that they will use this kind of a speech to diminish Hermione or diminish the relationship of this trio and everything. And yeah, but apart from these controversies, for example, in the stories, you see as well how we have different races in the story as well. There are goblins, that goblins are in charge of the finances, the bank and everything. They control the money, they control some weapons as well, because the story is expanded later outside of the Harry Potter universe. There are outside of the Harry Potter original books, there are other stories that complement the main story, and there are video games as well, like Hogwarts Legacy, that it's very enjoyable. And so this is a massive franchise that J.K. Rowling was very, very lucky to create, and then to be kind of picked to become a movie and to become an era, because these people grew with this, and a lot of people identifies with this type of characters and everything. But to be honest, it is something very enjoyable. You have the goblins, you have as well, there are centaurs, there are dementors, that they are kind of black beings, there are dark wizards that they are followers of this Dark Lord, that is the bad guy in the story, called Voldemort. Voldemort, through the books, is the one who cannot be named, basically. So no one can say the name because he's so feared, and he did so many things by the time that the family of Harry died, that had everyone in a incredible tension. Okay, so what we see with the Harry Potter story and why he's so famous is because people think that he defeated Voldemort. When Voldemort killed the parents and Voldemort attacked him when he was a baby, the curse, the attack, the spell that he used to try to kill him, bounced on him and reduced him to a mere shadow of what he was, like basically literally like a spectre. Okay, so he fled from the situation, and then Harry was kind of saved and put into the care of the aunt and the uncle that they don't want him. There is a lot of hate and everything in that family, and it is portrayed with Harry and everything. And what happens there is this bad guy, in every book, in every single book, he's gonna be lurking around, trying to get Harry Potter, trying to kill Harry Potter, trying to convince other people and kind of make these other bad guys join his cause, because he had a lot of followers when he was, let's say, alive and he wasn't a spectre. And these are called the Death Eaters, or the other dark wizards. Okay, and with all of this, we see the evolution of the books. Okay, there are 7 books, as I said before. You have the Philosopher's Stone, the Chamber of Secrets, the Prisoner of Azkaban, the Goblet of Fire, the Order of the Phoenix, the Half-Blood Prince, and the Deathly Hallows. That this Deathly Hallows, as I said before, is split in 2 movies. Okay, so in a nutshell, if you put all of this together, and now they are going to be doing this in a TV show, we will see soon. I think 2026, probably around summer, we will have already the first season of the show. They are going to adapt again the same story. Probably they do 1 season per book, but we will have to wait to see what HBO, that is the people in charge of organizing this, is going to be doing. Okay, in the Philosopher's Stone, what I want to do, this is just one video with one story. But what I want to do is probably do other type of videos regarding Harry Potter. I can do only one about Ron and explain all the lore about Ron and about his brothers, for example, one about Hermione, one about Draco Malfoy, one about Voldemort. I could do as well one video only talking about the first book, one only talking about the second book, for example. I invite you as well to suggest how do you want to see this content, so I can prepare things as well on my end. This is a saga that I really like, and I've been kind of studying a lot of things from this saga and reading up and down and watching and everything and investigating, and like Lord of the Rings, and it's one of those things that I don't want to do like the One Piece videos that I do in my other half of the channel, that I will put some here so you can have a look. But it is true that I would love to expand a little bit more and create more content about these guys as well, because it's something that it fascinates me, and since I read it raw again, I want to read again. Let's kind of I didn't want to go into much detail into the drawing, because I wanted to do something more quick and easy, but I think we will end up having a proper video. So these guys join the school as 11-year-old. They meet on the train, they became friends automatically. They are very nice people and very good guys. They basically are sorted when they arrive to the school in different houses, in different groups, let's say, and these ones are Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. In theory, these guys are all in Gryffindor. Gryffindor is the brave people, the good people, the ones with valor and everything. The Hufflepuff are more the ones who care about creatures and, more about plants and things, more quiet people as well. Ravenclaw are the intelligent ones, the one interested maybe in astronomy, in some other things, like very bookish people. Hermione, in theory, was gonna be sorted in Ravenclaw, and then she ended up in Gryffindor. Harry was there is a hat, like a magical hat, like pointy hat, that they put on your head, and he's gonna choose which house are you gonna be. Okay, he is able to look inside you. I have other Harry Potter drawings. One I done a digital illustration kind of saga that I'm gonna put as well in the show more section, and you can have a look, and you can see the hat. And basically here you see Harry is as well supposed to go into the late house that I'm gonna mention now. That is the Slytherin. Slytherin is the snake, is the bad guys. There's a lot of clever people in Slytherin as well, but it's famous for kind of having bad people and dark wizards coming from the house and everything, and it is very kind of, they learn at the beginning of the story that some of the bad guys are in that house and they don't want to be in that house. And Ron's brothers, the rest of the family, all of them have been in Gryffindor. There are some actually in the school, some that already finished the school. There's one that is gonna join the school the year after and everything in the second book. And basically, with all of this, they want to be with that group and everything. So let's see. This is a very random Harry Potter in a nutshell, explaining a little bit about everything. And as well, I invite you to drop a message in the comment section if you want to, if you have any kind of questions or some specific things about Harry Potter that you want to learn. I invite you to drop a message, and I'm gonna be more than happy to answer. I think we have a kind of a nice design here. I need to define a little bit more. I'm making them, they are gonna be wearing normal clothes. Let's say they are one random day in Hogwarts. Ron is wearing the cloak. Harry is wearing the cloak as well, like this. And then Hermione, we need to do the cloak as well. Like this, okay. I didn't mention it, but I've been very nice and I work very hard, so Santa Claus brought me this Derwent Chromaflow pack of colors. I have plenty. There's like a massive box, had 3 levels of colors, and as you can see, they are very nice, very elegant. I haven't tried them yet, so in some of these videos you're gonna be seeing this brand as well. I will keep using the other brands as well that I normally use, but I want to test these colors to see how I feel and how they adapt. So far I see them being a little bit more soft type of color, and maybe for sketching is easier to use a normal pencil, like one of these let's say normal pencils, and maybe this one it will be more adequate to fill in the colors, okay? But I'm gonna be testing lately, and I'm gonna be seeing what can I do with all of this. And yeah, as I was saying before, there is, I don't, if you watch the movies, or maybe you watch one movie, you will see that Ron here looks different. Ron, I made him taller, slimmer, and everything. He's supposed to be like this, a little bit more long, a little bit more loose limbs and everything, not like in the movies. The actor Rupert Grint that they selected for the cast, he did for the movies. He did excellent work, but it wasn't actually. It wasn't actually similar to what we knew from the original story. Okay, just so you know this thing. So it's basically a little bit of introduction. Philosopher's Stone. We have Voldemort trying to get to Harry by being a shadow, not being a fully formed person, like more like a shadow type of thing. And I think The Philosopher's Stone is one of my favorite books, if not the favorite, because it's introducing the lore, and it's introducing the world, and it's introducing the characters, and it's showing you how magical everything is, and how a kid so innocent and that, you know, had so many suffering in his life and lost his family and everything, how a kid can recover, let's say, his happiness and see that there is you know, there is a world out there for him to enjoy and to do good things as well. When he is living with the uncle and the auntie, they don't want him. They have him living in the cupboard under the stairs, and typical English house, that they have this space for, you know, to leave some shoes and some boxes and, you know, the things like this. And his life changed like radical by doing this discovery of the concept of being a wizard. And it is something that I think it touches a lot of people, because it is a very real feeling. Harry Potter is a lonely character, and you see this through the whole story of the evolution of the character, how he wants to, when he needs to face the enemy, independently of each book is gonna be, he's gonna be trying to do this alone, trying to do this on his own. He doesn't want to involve people, he doesn't want to hurt the people that he loves and everything. And I think it's very well written, the story. And I recommend you, if you haven't read the books, if you are maybe only a movie fan, I recommend, 100% recommend you read the story, because you read the books, because those are beautiful, and they have a lot of heart in them. And it is one of these stories that I will definitely be reading and rereading all the time. I'm doing kind of online. I'm enjoying the talk today, so I'm kind of doing I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm doing a second line to define a little bit more what is the characters, to define a little bit more the line before I go into the line work of the with my pen. Okay, it's looking very nice. With this video today, I'm kind of marking and setting up another type of videos that you're going to be seeing in the channel. Some of them may be Harry Potter, as I said, some of them may be Lord of the Rings as well. I invite you as well to send suggestions. Some may be Marvel, Disney movies, Warner movies, things like we all have watched, and maybe I would like to see here in the channel. Okay, let's do. It's gonna be. He's fully dressed like this. And then let's do Hermione as well. Hermione as well in the movies. They picked a very cute girl, but there is a lot of storyline in the books, because she has a very prominent front teeth, and this is a kind of reason of bullying and other verbal attacks from some of the bad guys, some of the bad kids in the school as well, that they actually bad people. And this is something very important for the development of the character that we don't see in the movies, because obviously they picked a pretty girl, a cute girl, and there is no reason for going forward in that story. But with this, making as well the cloak for her here, the scarf, and the books, signature thing of Hermione Granger is the books. It's very funny because when I was a kid, the school I used to go, we were wearing this same uniform that I'm drawing for her, that is basically grey jumper and greyish or darkish trousers and skirts for girls. Like this. Very nice. And as you can see, always trying to do my cartooning style when we do the drawings here. I'm planning on doing as well on how to, if you want to learn, or if you would like to learn a little bit more of drawing, so you can do your drawings at home and everything. Yeah, I'm more than happy to do that. Kind of today, trying to do something different. Ron has red hair, and this is a thing that it is shown in the movies. It is shown in the story, in the books as well. Very nice. All the family is redhead, and they are famous. So as soon as they look at Ron, they know that he is a Weasley, because the red of the hair, and because especially that I'm gonna actually do it here as well a little bit, because how ragged the clothes are and kind of being poor. But if you think about it, they are several brothers, and they are able to go to Hogwarts that you need to pay, and they are able to have clothes for everyone, to feed everyone. The father works at the ministry, and the woman, the mother stays at home. But if you think about it, this is very this is something, the way that you create a character, okay? And let's do like this, and brown. Let's see if I can find a good brown. Oh, we do black. Probably we do black for the trousers, maybe. I'm using the new colors, and I am not used to where I have everything yet. I want to do this one a little bit brown. His cape is a little bit brown because he's using second-hand clothes from the brothers, and he's always upset about it and everything, because you know the rest of the kids have new clothes. And this is another topic that you touch with Ron, and you go very into the human, very into the realistic type of things, because this is what you see with the people in schools and with people on the streets, that yeah, let's do something like this. He is always more brown. Where is my brown? Let me see. Bourbon, this can be interesting. Yeah, this can be interesting. Everything will take shape when I define the line work. That today we are doing it upside down a little bit, okay? We're doing first the color, and then we will do the line. Okay. And Harry, we can make him Let's do the yellow scarf, because this is Gryffindor. Gryffindor is red and yellow, like this, if I'm not mistaken. Something like this. And for the hair, let's do with the brown as well, with the bourbon color. We can paint Hermione's hair. Something like this. As you can see today, testing the colors, these Derwent ChromaFlow colors, they have different namings and different codes. Like this one is Bourbon 2001, this other brown is called Spice 1910. They have codes for the name and for the numbers. Pure red 0510. I have the black here as well that I've been using to do the sketch, is the 2300, and it is nice, it feels nice with the paper and everything. It is interesting to see the how many colors you have and how many different options you have to define the color palette and everything, but I need to probably test them in more drawings, maybe select, because I have like a crazy amount of pencils there, so I need to select which ones I'm gonna be using and which ones not, and yeah, and then I can gather a couple of them and start testing them properly. So I think something like this for now. It is very interesting, and we are gonna jump into the line work, I will say. We will do like they are sitting maybe outside on the grass or something, so we can do a little bit of they're in the garden. I'm using a lot of brown colors for this drawing today, I don't know why. Maybe just for the sake of testing different colors, but yeah, and then this and this. Okay. So I think we have a pretty decent drawing now. I just want to add maybe a little bit more of tone here for Hermione's hair, maybe just a tiny bit, and yeah, and now we will jump straight away into the line work, okay, as I was saying. Basically, in Harry Potter, the first book, the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone, depends if you are reading in English or in American English. You have, Voldemort, the bad guy, trying to get to Harry, but he's more like a shadow of himself, okay? And slowly through the movies, he's gonna be rebuilding his body to be fully like a person and be able to fight and everything with Harry, and try to face him and everything. These witches and wizards, like in wizarding storytelling, are famously known because the wands, that is like a pencil, like a stick, and this stick, when you are a kid, when you go into Hogwarts or into one of the other schools, because there are other schools around the world, you will go and buy and get a wand. The wand, they say, they chooses the wizard, okay? And from that day on, so you will practice, you will learn how to, make things float, make things move, make fire, many type of spells, like Wingardium Leviosa, and then some more aggressive ones like Bombarda or Expelliarmus, even Expecto Patronum. Expecto Patronum will create like a shield, protective shield, against some dark beings that I called before, called Dementors. And it's I think, pretty well storytelling, pretty solid world building. I enjoy it a lot. There are some mistakes in the third book, The Prisoner of Azkaban, regarding an object, that this object is able to play a little bit with time, okay? It's a little bit playing with the time, and not teleport, but playing with the timeline a little bit. And I don't think that is nicely done, because many things wouldn't be able to happen by doing that, and you will go into paradox. But it is very interesting concept, and it is very small, and you don't see it use it twice in the story. We only see it in one specific situation, and that's it, because I think to play with timelines is a little bit difficult, and you can go into paradox and the story won't work, but it is okay. So in the second book, The Chamber of Secrets, we have, Voldemort trying to get to Harry through other means, through kind of other objects. Prisoner of Azkaban, there is as well like his number one guy, called Sirius Black, that is kind of someone who escaped from the prison and wants to get Harry Potter as well and kill him. Goblet of Fire, it's about a crazy competition of different schools for a prize, and at the end the prize is not what everyone expected. It's something a little bit more terrible. The Order of the Phoenix, the fifth book, is basically about this group of people, this group of good guys, that they are fighting against Voldemort. They are trying to protect Harry and help Harry in whatever he needs, and it's kind of creating the base of the end of the story for this kind of face-off and this kind of fight against the evil. Okay, then we have the sixth book, the Half-Blood Prince. In the Half-Blood Prince, it's more about knowing the lore of the bad guy, and how he was able to do some things that make him stronger than the rest. How Harry Potter, with the help of Albus Dumbledore is the mentor, is the director of the school, the head master of the school, is the one who took him and left him with the uncle and the aunt, is the one who kind of the whole time is supervising his well-being. There is a lot of stake with Harry Potter, a lot of things at stake with Harry Potter, so he's kind of keeping an eye on him, and not trying to do anything directly, not trying to involve himself much into it, or at least we think that he's not trying to do that, but he's there all the time, and he's the mentor, let's say. Harry Potter has different mentors during the whole story, but we will say that he is the main mentor that he has. He's like the old man wizard, the Gandalf character for Frodo and everything, that helps Harry Potter and guides Harry Potter in his hero's journey, let's say here. Okay, in this story, there is a lot of misunderstandings as well with this character, with Dumbledore, and some situations that he looks that he is very far from Harry and he doesn't want to be involved with him, and in the books, slowly J.K. Rowling addresses this as having a strong reason for that, but I advise you to read the books and to understand the story. Is very beautiful and very interesting. One of those things that as well you can gift these books to your kids, so they can start reading, because originally at the beginning of the story is children's book, the first book, the second book even, and then half of the second book, the end of the second book, towards the third and going forward, the story gets a little bit more dark, and the kids start growing up, being on first year, second year, third year, introducing love, introducing puberty as well, and the adolescence, and getting a girlfriend, getting a boyfriend, and all these things as well in the story. And some characters start to face the consequences of fighting such a great enemy, like death, basically. And this is something that even it is a children's book, is being touched in the story, and the story ends up with the Deathly Hallows, with this massive fight as well, this massive war, the good versus the evil, and you will say that it's not very kid rated, but it is a very complete story, and I think you can watch it with your kids as well, with obviously with your supervision and everything, or maybe you want to watch the movies first. But in theory, originally, this is all for thought for kids first, in first instance. Okay, so we have here one hand, then the other hand is here for Harry. As you can see, I'm doing very loose type of drawing today. It's been a different type of drawing. What I've been trying to basically to test the Derwent. I wanted to add color first, and then do a little bit of the line work. Harry is supposed to have this kind of scruffy, like a dog type of hair that we are doing here. There is no way to control this hair. Is always wild, always, you know, all over the place. This is something that is very remarked in the story. Something that this is some type of hair that the father had as well. There is something very particular as well in Harry Potter, is that he has green eyes, and there is a plot, a very long, very thick plot in the story with one of the bad guys as well, in connection to the you have your eyes of your mother, you have the eyes of your mother the whole time, and this is something that in the movies they try to do with Daniel Radcliffe, the actor for Harry Potter, but it didn't work because on the first day of the set he happened to have an allergic reaction to the contact lenses, to the green contact lenses, so they had to go for a plan B and leave his original blue eyes in the story. It wouldn't have been a problem if later, when they show the mom, that is the same eyes in theory, when they show the mom being a kid in a moment, the eyes are brown, so they didn't keep the consistency in that aspect, but I hope they avoid this kind of problem with the new story and everything coming out, because I think it's very important for the plot. This is the scar is there, and then Hermione with the hair as well. Hermione, I'm gonna be doing it like in the books. She's supposed to have very big front teeth, like this, something like this. And she knows about everything, and she's very, know-it-all, and trying to answer all the questions in classroom and everything, and then she's the one teaching a lot of stuff to Harry and to Ron. They miss, maybe they fall asleep in the session, in the lesson, or they are not interested because they are thinking about something else, and they ask her for the homework and everything. And very nice story, and very nice relationship that these guys have, very nice friendship and everything. And let's like here, like we are writing the history of magic of something. And yes, I said before, I recommend you 100% that if you haven't read the books, if you like the movies, like I watched before only the movies, and then I thought I need to go into this more. I need to learn more about this world. I need to see the storytelling and how everything is done, and I enjoy it so much. I have to say, much more than the movies. I enjoy the books. Something that happens, because it's unavoidable, is to maybe you watch the movies already, and now when you are reading, obviously some of the characters, or most of the characters, you will see the actors, like Emma Watson, for example, that is the actress for Hermione, and you will see her in your mind while you are reading, but it's okay, that is not a problem. Maybe some of the characters, like when I was reading Harry Potter, for me the face was blurry in my reading of the Harry Potter, but Ron as well was the three main guys for me were kind of newly created in my mind, but some of the characters that they are very strong in the movies, like Snape. Snape was more similar to Alan Rickman, the actor who plays him in the movies, because the performance that he delivers in the movies is so good, and so he makes the character so charismatic and everything that is very difficult. Even when I was reading his lines in my mind, I would read like his voice, and it is not a bad thing, but it is something that it can haunt the character like forever. For example, when I watch a movie, another random movie made by Daniel Radcliffe, for me, I'm watching a Harry Potter movie. He is Harry Potter. This happens to me as well with Frodo, with Elijah Wood in Lord of the Rings, and that's kind of a double-edged sword, because it's good, because that means that he did a great, fantastic job in delivering the Harry Potter saga. But at the same time, it is a burden that he's going to have to carry his whole life, because you don't recognize any other character apart from Harry Potter when he does some things, and it is a sort of with a double edge there, a little bit difficult. But hey, I think it's he made all of us enjoy a lot the Harry Potter saga in the movies, and yeah, and I guess sometimes you need to have these kind of situations. I think this is looking very nice. Feel free to drop your opinion in the comments, and to tell me as well if you are a fan already and you already knew all these things and you already knew all this kind of information. Feel free as well to request other characters that you want to see, other stories that you want to see as well. Feel free to recommend me some stories that I can read as well and investigate. So yeah, I'm open to see what stories we're gonna be doing and everything. Okay, she's looking very nice. I like it. Just double check here. Yeah, this is very, very nice, very nice. So during the whole story, basically, like, just to have like a small recap, yes, during the whole story we are following the adventures in this magical world of Harry Potter. Harry Potter is this kid who discovered that he is a wizard. He goes into a magical world, the hero's journey, the call for adventure, crossing the threshold into something different, and he meets these two friends, Ron and Hermione, and in every single book, in every single part of the story, there is this bad guy, and this bad guy is called Voldemort and wants to basically kill him because he was able to resist his course, his attack, his spell when he was only a baby, and that makes Harry Potter to be the chosen one. He was able to resist such a dark and powerful spell. Everyone kind of looks up to him like, oh my god, this is the one who may defeat him, or no, this is the one who defeated him. We're gonna have to boom, 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 this and that. And yeah, I kind of went through the whole story today without explaining everything. I want to kind of express my view in Harry Potter and kind of share my opinion that this is a saga that you should read, not only live the story known as a movie. You should read the books. They are not expensive to buy, and you can find them in all the libraries of the world, in all the languages of the world as well. And I wanted to do this video because I love it so much that I think it's nice if just by doing this someone says, you know, just gonna get, you know, £5 or £7 or a couple of euros or a couple of dollars. I'm gonna get the first one. I'm gonna try to read it. I enjoyed so much the first one that I finished it in one day. I finished. It's a very short book, around 100 or 120 pages. Very easy to read because it's more for kids, more for young teenager kids. And this same thing happened to the producer of the movie. When he was presented with this story, he started reading to make the movie. He started reading the book, and in one night he finished it. Because it is very compelling, very interesting, very familiar. It makes you be identified with the character as well a lot, and it makes you want to continue reading the story and to know what is he gonna be doing in the story, where he's gonna be going, why this guy wants to kill him, how happened that he survived, why he survived, what happened. No one survived but him. This is something unnatural. You wanna know why happened, and yeah, as I've said, I invite you to follow the saga, not only in the movies, and I think you will enjoy it a lot. Now that we are kind of doing the second line, this takes shape. The central character here, Harry Potter, takes shape. Everything looks much nicer like this, with a little bit of dark with the Unipin fine liner. This one is 0.4, a little bit thicker than the previous one I was using, 0.1, to kind of define a little bit more what I want to see in the drawing. This type of drawing, as you can see, more cartoony, more for children. You could easily do something like this for a new Harry Potter edition of the books, for kids, for younger readers and things like this, and it will work perfectly. I have a lot of videos talking about Inktober that I'm going to be putting here. In those Inktober videos I talk a lot about children's book illustration, I talk about animation, I talk about some Disney things, I talk about Warner as well, I talk about many topics and different series that was a full year challenge that I finished a couple of weeks ago. And I've been posting some sketchbook tours as well if you want to see the whole thing, that I will put here a list, so you can, you know, enjoy the channel and be around a little bit and have a nice time watching the videos and looking at the drawings, or even trying to draw the drawings yourself as well. There are some that you can slow down and put it a little bit of half speed and draw. And draw. I want to do some other videos that I am going to be showing you how to do a basic character like this, so you can practice at home, or you can practice with your kids and with your friends as well, with your family in an afternoon that you're at home bored, on a Sunday that you don't have anything to do. I will be posting those as well. Now I will keep the One Piece videos, as I said, like I'm always doing. But you will see that I have more content like this, so you can, if you're interested, you can learn a little bit on how to do these things. Okay, this is Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley is done as well with his second-hand cloak there. And then Hermione. I just went today through a very basic kind of concept of who are the characters and what are they doing. I will definitely take my time to do one video only about Hermione, let's say, and I will explain everything about Hermione so you can learn. If you haven't read the books yet, you can learn some information about her. And then I can do as well per books. I can take the first book and kind of do I can go through them and have like a little list here of like a playlist that you can follow, and if you haven't read it or you don't want to read them, so you have kind of a little bit of a guidance there to learn about the lore and things. Obviously, through my own experiences, I will tell you some of the things that you see on the background, or some funny things from the movies as well, or how they recorded this or how they recorded that, and because there are always interesting things to know from the movies and from the books as well, or where was this guy while this other one was doing whatever in the story. And yeah, I can address many things there, and I can answer many questions as well that you may not know even if you read the books already. That can be funny, and I'm looking forward to do it. And this is Hermione's side for the cape. But I think I'm almost finished here. Okay, I'm just finishing Hermione this part. If there is a saga, specific collection of books like you wanna see that I don't know yet or I haven't read yet as well, put them in the comment section down below so I can read them and learn a little bit. I'm a lot into, as I said, Lord of the Rings. Now as well, I read last year Narnia, that I never read before. I have some ideas I wanna explain about the Narnia books. I been reading a lot of and watching a lot of videos as well on League of Legends, video game, and things like this that I never played, but I love the lore and I watch a lot of things and I read a lot of things. I can talk about that as well, and slowly I think we can create a nice group of videos, let's say, with various content during this 2025. Instead of the Inktober that I've been doing normally in this section, in these days, in these Wednesdays normally, okay? So these two capes, Hermione's cape, or cloak, and Harry's are dark because they are new. They bought it from Diagon Alley. This is the magical street that you go and get all your shopping done when you need to go to Hogwarts or you need to do your things, potions, animals, cauldrons, books, magical books. They have even a couple of pubs. The bank is there as well in Diagon Alley. It's looking very nice. I think I will say we are set for today. We are done for today. We done Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, his friend, and Hermione, his other friend. And today we've been talking a little bit about kind of Harry Potter in general, my experience in Harry Potter, a little bit of introduction to the world, a little bit of explaining how many books you have, and what is the plot, kind of what is the thickness of the body of the story, that is basically Harry Potter trying to be killed by Voldemort and trying to defend himself, trying to learn things, trying to chase after him as well, and always being helped by his two friends. And yeah, and I think this is kind of the introduction for today. I'm gonna be signing here now. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you like the theory. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as well, that will help the channel to have more content and to have more things and recommend things that you want to see. And yeah, I hope you had a nice time, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much, bye.